Hi vinyl community, it's Mike here, and today I thought I'd show you some of the records that I picked up recently. So there's a handful of albums and a similar handful of singles. So I'll start off with the albums, and I've been buying a little bit of folk music recently. And first off is this one. It's the third album, 1988, from Kathryn Tickell. It's called Common Ground. And the only person I've ever seen show Kathryn Tickell albums is Berwickshire Mike. And Kathryn Tickell lives up in Northumbria, and she plays the Northumbrian small pipes. And I mean, you can see that she's holding a violin there, but on her lap is the pipes, and I think you got a better idea of what they're like, sort of this picture at the back here. So you know they're very similar to Scottish bagpipes, but instead of blowing into them, you use sort of bellows to underneath your arm, and you pump the bellows to get the air through the instrument. So yeah, they're a lot mellower, I think, than Scottish pipes. So I definitely prefer the sound, and Kathryn Tickell is a real exponent of the Northumbrian small pipes. So yeah, it's an instrumental album, as you can imagine, and so. Kathryn plays Northumbrian small pipes and the fiddle. Then you've got Chris Newman, who plays the guitar, and then Danny Thompson, who plays the double bass. And Danny Thompson turns up quite often on British folk albums. So there you go, that's Kathryn Tickell, and it's on the Black Crow label. And yeah, I was really pleased to find that. So that's the first folk album. And on the second one, it's from one of the greats of the English folk music movement, and that's the great Martin Carthy. And this is his album, because it's there, from 1979, I believe, yeah, 1979. And it's a really nice album. And it starts off with a cover of the hit from Gilbert O'Sullivan, Nothing Rhymed. And Martin does a really good job of it, and it's reprised as well. It's the second to last track on the second side as well. And you've got Long John, Old John, and Jackie North, which I think is my favourite track on this album. And then you've got a few staples. Lovely Joan is a song that crops up many times on folk music sort of albums around this sort of time. And as well as sort of Martin on guitar and vocals, you've got John Kirkpatrick providing the accordion on a couple of tracks there, including Nothing Rhymed. And then it's produced by the great Ashley Hutchins. So there you go. So that's Martin Carthy, and it's on one of the great British folk music labels, which of course is Topic. There you go. So again, I was really pleased to do that, and I was thinking that maybe I should revisit my folk music collection and do a little video on it. So make a change from all the punk that I normally show, and get back to English roots music. So that's that. So back to something a bit more normal. But this was an album that was shown by Brian, Embryonic Robot, not so long ago. And it's an album by a Leeds band. And I don't think I would have picked this up when I saw it a couple of weeks back, except Brian had shown it. And it's this band. It's the Rose of Avalanche, and the album's called First Avalanche. And as Brian pointed out, this isn't their first album, because this is from 1986, and they had an album out in 85. But I think the reason it's called First Avalanche is it's actually a compilation of a couple of sort of early singles, and I think another couple of tracks that were recorded before the first album came out. So yeah, so they're kind of influenced by American psychedelia and bands like The Doors. But they're also, I mean, essentially they're a goth band, post-punky goth, and Yeah, so you've got tracks on here. LA Rain, the final track on side two, is probably their most famous one. But as I say, I don't think I would have picked this up if it wasn't for Brian. So thanks for pointing that one out, Brian. So this is the album itself, and it's on the Leeds independent record label, which, as you can imagine, is an independent record label from Leeds. So there you go. That's Rosa Avalanche. And the next one, this is a great album. Now, I bought the single when it came out, and I never got around to buying the album. And it's from 1978, and it's a brilliant Jilted John. And this is his album, True Love Stories. Now, Jilted John is or was the alter ego of Graham Fellows, who was a drama student, and he invented Jilted John, and the hit single was a track called Jilted John, and this is an album, it's a very funny album about teenage angst, basically. So you've got all the sort of teenage things here. So there's Baz's party, so he gets invited to Baz's party, which he thinks is great, but then things don't sort of quite go as expected for him, because life's always a bit of a disappointment for John, you say. And then there was the brilliantly titled "I Was a Prepubescent." I mean, absolutely brilliant track. Then you've got Jilted John, the track that was a single, and the Birthday Kiss. The Birthday Kiss is a really funny song. Basically, what happens is that John catches his girlfriend kissing one of his friends, and she tells John, "It's all right, I'm just giving him a birthday kiss," and then he realizes it's not this guy's birthday. So there you go. And then there's a Paperboy song, which is John trying to get his job back as a paperboy at the newsagent in the bus shelter. Well, we've all been in bus shelters, haven't we, when we were teenagers. Then Karen's Letter, Shirley, and Goodbye, Karen. And it's a really funny album. And Graham Fellows' current sort of alter ego is John Shuttleworth, and John Shuttleworth is just so funny. Funny song after funny song, sort of observations on the mundane sort of bits of everyday life. So you get this free gift, and it's a game of mice and ladders. It's mice because Jilted John likes fancy mice, but so at the ladders you've got things like invited to Baz's party. That's down there, so you get a ladder up there, and then another ladder here. It says going out with Julie, and that's a ladder. But then up here you've got Jilted by Julie, and that's when John spots Julie with another one of his classmates, a guy called Gordon, and that's the end of their relationship. Though that's a very big slippery mouse's tail right down there. So yeah, it's a really funny album. So that's True Love Stories, 1978 by Jilted John. Right, and this next one, the final album, is a new release, but it's the Skids, 1978 to 1980, and it's on BBC Records, and basically it's a whole load of BBC sessions from 78 to 1980. So you've got tracks recorded for John Peel at Maida Vale, tracks recorded for Kid Jensen, then Maida Vale Studios for John Peel again. Yes, another John Peel, and so they're nearly all John Peel actually, apart from the one Kid Jensen. But you've got all the hits here. You've got the Saints Are Coming. You've got the great sort of Masquerade here. But there's a few covers here. There's Walk on the Wild Side, the Lou Reed song, and it doesn't, apart from the lyrics, it doesn't really sound like Walk on the Wild Side at all. and then you've got all the young dudes at the bottom there, and it's a really sort of nice album of Skids BBC sessions from 1978 to 1980, as it says. So that's all the albums. So moving on to a few singles I picked up. So you'll probably know that I buy Stiff Record singles whenever I can, and this is the Pogues and the Dubliners. So the great Pogues meet Irish folk royalty, and this is their version of the Irish Rover. It's absolutely brilliant, and the catalogue number here is by 258, and it was released in 1987. And it's a really good sort of rip-roaring version of the Irish Rover, a song that most people I think will be familiar with. And you've got the Rare Old Mountain Dew, which is on the B-side. So yeah, I was really pleased to see that one. I like the illustration there. And next up is the UK Sobs, and this is their single CID. And you got Live in a Car and BIC on the B side, and this single was released in 1978, but this is actually a reissue from 1979, and it's on the Pinnacle record label, which I think is rather nice. So that's the UK Subs and CID. I picked these up regardless. John Cooper Clarke, and two fantastic tracks. So it's Post-War Glamour Girl. So this is from 1978, and the B side is the incomparable Kung Fu International. Probably, almost certainly, my favourite John Cooper Clarke song of all time. So yeah, I was pleased to get that, and it's on the CBS label. So that's John Cooper Clarke, and then just one more to go, and this is the Adverts and their single My Place. And the B side of this is New Church, and it was recorded live in Berlin. So there's Guy and TV and the rest of the band on the back, and that's on the RCA label, and it was released in 1979. So not all that many to show you this time, but I thought I'd do the video anyway. So until next time, I'll see you. Bye bye.